Think you know all there is to know about periods? Well, these period facts will blow your mind. Number 1. Did you know, getting your period can worsen your asthma symptoms? Those suffering from asthma may need to be extra cautious in the week leading up to your period. An increased sensitivity to allergens, paired with a lower than normal lung capacity, causes between 19 and 40% of women with asthma to experience premenstrual asthma, also known as PMA. This may be triggered due to the changes in your hormones according to a study published in the journal Multidisciplinary Respiratory Medicine. This may have an effect on some of your day-to-day activities. Even going for a run can become difficult during this time. Number 2. A rare period disorder can cause bleeding of the eyes. Known as vicarious menstruation, this rare, but terrifying condition makes you bleed from organs besides your uterus. Luckily, only a handful of cases have been recorded, who say this condition is caused when endometrial tissue, which normally grows in your uterus and sheds during your period, is transmitted through the bloodstream. Number 3. You might spend more money during your period. This may come as a shock to some, but after checking your bank balance, it may reveal some truth. When researchers from the UK's University of Hertfordshire surveyed more than 400 menstruating women on their spending habits during different parts of their cycle, they found that women spent more money and shopped more impulsively while menstruating than during other phases of their cycle. Number 4. Sleeping with a nightlight can help regulate your cycle. Light exposure affects the secretion of the sleep hormone melatonin, which helps control the release of the female reproductive hormones that determine when your menstrual cycle begins and ends. In a study published in the journal back in the early 90s, women with extra long or irregular cycles who slept next to a regular light bulb for a few days during the last 2 weeks of their cycles, shortened their cycles by an average of 12 days, meaning this targeted approach could help regulate your periods. The key is to sleep with the light on during the last 2 weeks of your cycle. Keeping it on at all times might actually make your periods more irregular. Number 5. Periods are longer and more painful during winter. Winter amplifies the premenstrual tension. Because days are darker and shorter, a woman's mood is affected adversely. Winter time means staying indoors, eating more, and moving less. Also, during these cold months, women secrete more hormones, but in shorter cycles. All these produce negative effects on the premenstrual symptoms. Spring and summer, on the other hand, is instrumental for the body to produce dopamine and vitamin D, which can boost mood, concentration, motivation, and pleasure. Number 6. The sound of your voice changes during your period. Vocalization researchers theorize that female reproductive hormones actually impact your vocal cords, altering your voice. Have you noticed a change? Number 7. Your natural smell changes while you're on your period. According to a 2009 study from Florida State University, men's testosterone levels rise when they smell clothing worn by an ovulating woman, but not a menstruating one, a sign they're more aroused by a woman who is not on her period. Interestingly, another study showed that strippers make twice as much in tips when they're ovulating than when they're on their period. Number 8. Natural PMS remedies may help to relieve pain during menstruation. Sick of popping pain relievers? Here are 3 research-backed, non-drug treatments to try. Acupuncture is an ancient practice appears to reduce physical symptoms, including headaches, cramps, backaches, breast pain, and bloating by as much as 50%, according to a study review. Doctors aren't sure exactly how it works, but one theory is that it releases endorphins, feel-good chemicals that help dull pain. Chase tree. The same 2014 review found that taking chase tree extract, between 20 and 40 milligrams a day, improved both physical and psychological PMS symptoms by more than 50%. Yoga. In one study, researchers found that women who did yoga twice a week at work for 50 minutes reported improvements in symptoms such as bloating, sore breasts, cramps, and cold sweats. Yoga may help by releasing endorphins or by relieving stress, according to doctors. Number 9. Cramps that get more painful can be a sign of something serious. Many women get cramps during their period. They're caused by contractions in the uterus that help shed the uterine lining. The pain caused by these contractions can range from mild discomfort to serious agony. Over-the-counter anti-inflammatory medication can help, especially if you take them before your cramps get super awful. Old-school remedies like a hot water bottle or a heating mat can also be of great help. Some may even massage their lower abdomen to relieve pain. If you don't usually get cramps or the pain is no big deal, And then suddenly it feels like someone is tying your uterus in a knot every month. That's cause for concern, doctors say. When cramps materialize out of the blue or intensify, it could be due to a more serious condition, such as uterine fibroids, benign growths in the uterus. It could also be a sign of endometriosis, which is when the uterine tissue grows outside the uterus. Seek treatment if your cramps are significantly inhibiting your life. Number 10. You probably bleed a lot less than you think. On average, a woman only loses about 60 milliliters, or 2.7 ounces, of blood during each period, according to PubMed Health. That's almost 2 shot glasses, or just more than 16 teaspoons. However, women could go through up to 15,000 period products in their lifetime. During those 450 periods, the average woman uses roughly between 12,000 and 15,000 pads, tampons, and panty liners. Wait. We're not done yet. We have time for one more. This one, more commonly involves women's underwear. Did you know? Most women have period stains in almost every pair of underwear which they own. 54% of 36,000 women surveyed by Think said they ruined every pair of underwear they owned, due to their period. Imagine how many underwears women go through in a lifetime. That's all for now. Be sure to leave a comment below if you have experienced any of the following mentioned in the video.